All right. 'Tis morning, March 2nd. I was going to start with some Fallout 4 today, and then I was like, you know what? I need to just man up and push through. Do some zombies jump scares first thing in the morning when I'm not awake and ready for it. Because that's how we roll around here. Good morning, Angus. Good morning, Gray. Yeah, I made a last minute judgment call. I literally did have Fallout 4 loaded up, all the socials ready to go, and then I went and got coffee, and I was like, you know what? We'll just do it anyway. I did want to show you guys something this morning really quickly before we get going. Okay. So I won't be able to show this to the people on TikTok because it's a pain in the butt to get this pulled up. But I'm gonna show you guys something over on. Okay, let's get loaded into the game because the background. Well, that could work as good. So I did a video this morning about. Well, it came out for channel members last night, and then we published it this morning for the general users on YouTube. And I wanted to show you guys something really quick, because in that video I mentioned the power of the new tools that YouTube had given us for holding, like for just completely blocking people from being able to comment, which is great for your mental health and controlling your community, right? Curating that community that we're all curating. And the irony was when I talked about it in that video, I said the new features that YouTube added, which allow us to require someone to be a subscriber before they can leave a comment on a video. It's a super powerful tool. It eliminated like 99% of my headaches in terms of spending 2 hours a day moderating comments and deleting all of the racism and homophobia and everything else. And I said in there, I said every once in a while you'll get a person who will come in and leave a nasty comment about how you're a dick for making them subscribe before they can leave a comment. And I literally posted that video, put it out on social media this morning, sat down at my desk, and went over to YouTube. And in the held comments section, I'm going to show you guys this comment because it was too funny not to share. So hang on, I got to get this pulled up. Here we go. So comments when they're really gnarly and stupid, they'll go over into this section where it says held. So, and then it'll say hidden comments because it's a really, gnarly thing. So bearing in mind, this is because I have the you must be a subscriber to comment. And the other day I did a video on playing Destiny 2 and enjoying Destiny 2. This is too good not to share, guys. So, bear with me. And in that video, when I talk about how I'm enjoying Destiny 2 and only bitter X-jaded, X fans are jaded, this guy leaves this brilliant comment. You're a pussy that hides comments behind making people subscribe, yapping about jaded players when you haven't played the game, yet you want to speak on it like your opinion matters. My opinion does matter because I have been playing the game for hundreds of hours and I have played it since launch off and on. But the funniest part about this is pussy that hides comments behind making people subscribe. You, sir, are the reason. This comment is the reason I have that turned on because it eliminates 99% of that shit on screen right there. When someone calls you a pussy on the internet because they don't like your opinion, they aren't worthy of airspace in terms of giving them a place to comment. And then you can immediately take that and hide user from channel just like that, and you will never see that fuckwad ever again. I just thought the irony was hilarious this morning because I literally just posted that video and then I don't even get a chance to like start my morning and Here's this angry incel. Destiny 2 sucks. It's a shitty game. Things that make your day infinitely better are tools that allow you to hide those people from sight.
FBI?
Yeah, Grace Ashcroft. Victor kidnapped her.
What? Why?
I don't know. But I intend to find out.
I intend to find out. How much ammo do we have? Oh, much more than Grace. Yeah, there's a ton of people online who are just angry, unloved, never been hugged. I will always happily take more handgun ammo. What's up, Joan? How's my inventory? Jesus, he has a much bigger inventory. I don't think I ever stopped to check his inventory out before. How come his inventory is so much bigger? Because he's a man. He gets a man-sized inventory. Oh. This just proves that men are superior because we get more inventory space. You know that somewhere out there, there's somebody who believes that. Subject: irregular eating patterns. Experience increase in appetite and weight gain. That was that big fatty that we killed. I have a great day every day, James Stewart. Even when somebody calls me a pussy. Because I don't like I like the video game that they hate. Leon comes prepared for zombie slaying, says Montana. I don't think you're wrong. I think he's like, I have all this space for flamethrowers and grenades. All the weapons. Yeah, that totally didn't sound suspicious. Wait, I thought I already killed the fatty. How is there another fatty? Oh, and of course I can't get back. Once I'm in, I'm in. It is that, yeah, those people do have a sad life, Angus. Oh, shit, what just happened?
Hope I'm not next.
Oh, I only need one shot? I just wasted two.
Felt that one, huh?
I wasted a shot. I may have to reload that. Shoot him in the titty! Just kill me. I feel like I messed something up. Just... I'm gonna let him kill me because I feel like I over-wasted a shotgun shell. Just kill me, bro. Oh, just load. Right? Attic. Alright, so I definitely wasted a couple of shots. So let's try that again. And maybe I can pull him in and run around? Maybe I don't have to kill him is what I'm getting at. Because I could lure him in and then just go around him. Like, I don't know that I have to kill him. I also hit that button which spun me around, which was really weird. Okay, you did not fall down.
Come on next.
Definitely feel like that second shot is not...
Felt that one, huh?
Why did it give me the option to jump over here? Can I shoot Big Fatty from up here? Oh, fuck, he could definitely come up here. Oh, no, maybe he can't. Where's he coming from? He sure as shit looked like he was coming up. Now is not the time for that. I definitely have to kill Fat Boy. That does not give me an unlimited amount of ammo, that's for sure. Wait, what was that? Alright. I'm now out of ammo in that. Good God. Oh shit, he destroyed that. Hang on, there's another thing. Oh, more ammo. Oh, he did a jump version of it. Jesus. Oh, I think he finally died. Holy shit, I was like, is that thing gonna chase me again? Oh, I got hand grenades. Of course I did.
Sorry,
After.
but I'm not on the menu.
I'm not on the menu. Sorry, I'm not on the menu, boys. Yes, I've already addressed Dan Simmons over on Twitter X. R.I.P. Brilliant, brilliant writer. There was a period of my life where I read probably 15, 20 Dan Simmons novels. I started with Hyperion, read that all the way through. Then I went and read some of his short story collections. Um, he had a, I cannot remember the name of the collection. He had an anthology collection, and there has been a story in that anthology collection that has stuck with me. Uh, There's two short stories. One is called Dying in Bangkok. That short story has stuck in my head over the years, and I cannot remember the name of the other one, but it was about um, an indigenous population. I don't know the correct term to use these days because everybody gets offended over everything. First Nations, Native American, indigenous culture. It was from that perspective, and then like the guy, yeah, that was a good one. But then the one that the Dying in Bangkok one was essentially this is not safe for work, so just as an FYI. But the gist of the story was these soldiers are off in on shore leave in like I want to say Bangkok. It was Saigon or Bangkok or something, and they were off on shore leave, and they go to this club with dancers and everything, and this one guy ends up getting eaten by this. There's this type of vampire that exists, but it's these female vampires who have teeth in their hoo-ha, and they kill people by draining their blood via the hoo-ha. So in the middle of coitus, you get your not only you're getting drained in more ways than one is what happens. And the guy loses a buddy or a couple of buddies. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I read this short story. And so that he goes back to the States and purposefully contracts this disease so that he can go back and give it to the vampires by sacrificing himself to to poison the vampires to revenge his buddies. And that short story has always stuck with me as one of the just like creepiest and also just I'm not a big fan of like it's not even horror at that point. That's just like it is horror, but also it's just like oh my god, gnarly. But Dan Simmons, the Hyperion Saga is my favorite, followed by the one he did about the it's a two-book series on how the Homer's Odyssey, basically all the Greek gods are human beings who have transformed themselves using quantum technology and nanites. And Homer's Odyssey is this battle that they replay out over and over and over for fun, um, using human beings as test subjects. And it's just the gods are just bored. The gods are literally just bored humans who are jacked up on nanites and technology. And so Homer is a human in this story who basically figures this all out. It's a great two-book series. I think it's called Iliad and Odyssey. I think is the name of it. The Ilium or I can't remember exactly the name of the books now. Anyway, Dan Simmons, great writer. Um, the Terror got turned into a TV show a while back, a few years ago. Um, he also had some detective books whose name escapes me right now. And then he had a standalone. Oh, I gotta go look it up now because there was a standalone vampire story, I think. Dan Simmons novels. Ilium and Olympus are the names of those two books, by the way. It wasn't Carrying. I don't think it was Carrying Comfort, although that's another one of his big books. I'm looking this up now. Oh no, it was. Yeah, it was Carrying Comfort. Carrying Comfort is another really good book. There's another one in here. The Hollow Man. That's the one I was thinking of. If you haven't read The Hollow Man by Dan Simmons, that's a really good book. Yeah. Man, I used to read a lot, and sometimes I miss reading. That's something I do look forward to getting back to when I'm past this stage of my life. There was a long time that's all I did was read books and write, and it was a good life, a simpler time. It was a crazy short story. Some of those horror writers come up with some crazy stuff, but I still think my favorite by him was the Hyperion. Hyperion is probably the work that he's best known for because that was his Hugo award-winning novel. But the Hugo, the Hyperion Cantos, it's such a weird, like, taking the idea of an actual English poet and putting him in, but also like these creepy Jesuit priests who live in the far future, who police the galaxy, time traveling, quantum mechanics. It's just a killer series, man. Hyperion really is a great. That's 4 books, not for kids. Not for kids. Definitely an adult series. The Hatchet opens the wardrobes. So now we know. I know that Gray had mentioned that in the. He had found that online the other day. Alligator snapper. Attach parts. He could customize his weapons? Oh, so remember that safe? Okay, this completely changes my perspective on the game right now. So I didn't realize I was running around looking for that fucking code for like that entire 3-hour stream the other day, thinking that I was missing the code to the safe with Grace. And it turns out because you're coming back through the same level with Leon, 60 40, 60 right, 40 left, 80 right. Holy shit. I feel stupid. Leon's dad jokes are top tier. He has had some really good one-liners for sure, Montana. Yeah, Greg Bear. I just I'm gonna say something sacrilegious right now. When I look at writers like Dan Simmons as an example, and then people go off about how Brandon Sanderson. Mm, Brandon Sanderson is prolific, charismatic, and a great writer. But I don't actually think he is like he's like Stephen King for me. Like Stephen King, prolific, great writer. I like some of his stuff, but he is not like Stephen King is not at the top of my list of favorite authors. Neither is Brandon Sanderson. Like I love Sanderson's work. The deal that he just inked with Apple for his Cosmere is mind-blowingly epic. I think it's the biggest television deal that's ever been done with an author. And he retains creative control. And he's writing the script for Mistborn. Like he's the scriptwriter for Mistborn. Like there is no doubt that Sanderson is talented prolific and etc. But I also am like, I look at writers like Dan Simmons and I'm like, I just think that that is, I just, everybody has a preference, right? Everybody has a preference. Okay, did that actually attach that? I guess it did. Do, 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 do. I did not know that Greg Bear wrote a Forerunner trilogy book saga for Halo. I've never read any of the Halo stuff. I probably should. Yeah, man, the net Shane the net the Apple deal, excuse me, with so like Brandon Sanderson's Kickstarter that he did a few years ago was the biggest Kickstarter that's ever been done. I don't know that there's I mean he is truly living in a time where the power of the way you can leverage fame and be able to just completely bypass the publishing system, which granted made him famous in the first place, and he hasn't completely skipped the publishing process, but he got famous because of The Wheel of Time. Like his first novel had already been published, and it was a good novel, and Harriet said, "I want this kid to finish The Wheel of Time." That was definitely the springboard which brought him to the attention of millions, because at the time Wheel of Time was the best written, it was the best selling fantasy series of its generation. Um, and he definitely leveraged that because he had been writing in silence, for all those years, just getting better at his craft. And then he's just exploded on the scene. And he's one of the few writers I know of that has dominated the social space, but also just like publicizing like his the YouTube series that he has on like that he did for the university on writing, all the way he used to track his progress on the books on the websites and show the word count and everything. Like he's done a lot of stuff that other authors don't do because a lot of other authors are off writing in secrecy. And I've always said this about social media: people love behind the scenes access, and if you give them behind the scenes access, it pays off in spades, and it has for him for sure. That deal that he's got with Amazon, I keep saying Amazon, Apple, Netflix, it's Apple, to do the whole Cosmere. Like I've not read so much of his work because I can't be bothered to finish. I can't be bothered to read unfinished series, so I won't read like the Way of Kings stuff because it's not done. And I'm tired of authors like Rothfuss and George R. R. Martin getting stalled out and taking 15 years between entries. And I doubt that would ever happen with Sanderson, but I'm also like, I'll just wait till he's done with Way of Kings before I read that series. But I did like Mistborn. Mistborn was really good. And I think it's apt that that's the first series that he's turning into a film series because that's like the first series that got him famous, like after Wheel of Time. But that's his first original work. But even that series, like I'll admit, like I skim read so much. Like after I think the third or fourth fight scene with Min, I quit reading the fight scenes with Min and I just started skipping. I would just skim read ahead because I was like, yeah, I don't need to see about her pushing, pulling, jumping, leaping, playing superhero. Like I'm done. It's kind of like R.A. Salvatore. There's a point where I love R.A. Salvatore and he writes a lot of good combat, but at some point when you've read two or three fight sequences in a Drizzt novel, you've read all the fight scenes in a Drizzt novel slash novels slash all the Drizzt novels because he's always Salvatore is a good writer, but his combat is just like, all right, yep, nope, yep, okay. Is that the last courts? Yeah, that was. We've already been in here. All right, I need to open up my map. Yeah, I've definitely been in here. Do I need to go to the garage? I'm guessing. I forget where we left off with Grace. She got separated from the kid. Was that over in the lead researcher's office? I think it was. Basement. I don't remember where that frickin' thing is at. Oh, we have all these warped closets we can go to. Anyway, rambling thought on book stuff. I need, and I hope it's still in development. All it was ever done was mentioned was, the Amber series by Roger Zelazny. I already had the pantry key. Excuse me. All right. Dude, did she get up again?
This place is infested.
What did she drop? A coin. Oh, he can't pick up the coins. That's interesting. Oh, here's a safe. I can't do anything with it. So even though he has the combo, he can't do anything with the safe?
His office
That
should be upstairs.
seems weird. Wasn't there a typewriter around here somewhere? Oh, that's one of those bobblehead things. I was like, is there something crawling around in here? Something about to burst out of that. Alright, I said upstairs. I can't go upstairs. Oh, fuck me. Yeah, see, we can't go upstairs here. I would kind of like to not waste any more ammo.
One thing after another.
You're scared. I'm twice as scared, trust me. What is that? A charm? Increases firepower. Equip a charm to your weapon. Oh, I'm glad you had fun, Ahmed. Make sure you don't do self-promotion in my channel. Thanks. Only the cool kids are allowed to promote in my channels because they've got permission to do so because they've been long-term members of our community. We don't know who you are, so don't promote your shit. Thanks. Bye-bye. Alright, I can't even use the typewriter with Leon. That's interesting. He's illiterate. Poor Leon. He only knows the way of the gun. Yeah, I never did find a way to unblock that door. I gotta go up the stairs, so just go straight through. Yeah, there's two of them. I would rather not waste the ammo. I'm gonna have to. Nope, we're good. See ya, bitches. Wrong way. Dead? Not dead. Dead now. Yeah, isn't this where... I don't remember where we got separated the other day. We came out of here. I really don't remember. It was Saturday when I played last, and I can't remember where I got separated. With Chloe. Grace, sorry. Yeah, I can't remember. This game has a lot of new features. It does. Where the hell did I get separated from her? Do I need to go back and watch the end of my stream? Gray said something earlier, which may have been what he was talking about. Warped door, third floor? No, I think that was related to something else. Warped doors are for treasures. Well, I don't think it's on this side. Can I get that door open? That. Let me go look here. There is not another stairwell over here that I can get to. Treatment room, blood lab. Hang on, is that another set of... No. Stop turning my flashlight off, numbnuts. I was up here. Alright, there's another stairs. Yep, I just gotta save. The fuck was that? Oh! I'd say we're on the right track. Usually this means there's going to be a cutscene immediately following where I'm going to get mobbed by something.
What a fucking shame.
They're all going to come to life in a minute. Told ya. Oh, that may have been a bad decision. I think I wasted a grenade, but I wanted to try it. Cyberpunk music all of a sudden. Oh, you're giving me shotgun shells? That can't be a good sign. Wasted a ton of shotgun ammo on that. Hang on, we gotta... Oh, there was something I could have thrown. I keep accidentally shutting off my fucking flashlight. This is my boomstick. You're giving med injectors and grenades. Great. We know something nasty's coming. Am I hearing shit coming from behind?
Every single time.
No, no! It didn't mean to do that. Shit. Not good. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. No, I get the other one. Get the other one, dumbass. Get the other one.
Well, that's my cardio for the week.
Oh my god, that's my cardio for the week.
Pretty sure I found Victor's private office.
Nice work. Lock it up.
Yes, ma'am.
He doesn't brush his teeth, but he's got a swank office.
Bingo. I have the IP address. Just give me a minute. And... I'm in.
Okay, hit me. Sherry, you're killing me.
I found some information about our illness. Our symptoms
Confirm a T-virus infection.
Oh, fuck.
Exactly, Ant Mind. CG has
Well,
gotten so much better.
Let's run it together, right?
Mocap for the win.
All right, what do we got? Elvis. Grace. What's she got to do with this?
Oh great, I'm down here with a cement mixer. A mezcladora de cemento.
I'm coming.
Oh, I was not ready for more Grace. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, I was not ready for more Grace. I was having fun with Leon, man. Why you gotta make me play the wimp-ass detective again? Oh, you know that if I touch that, it's gonna make noise. Everyone's dead. The plan went to shit. I'm the only one left in this godforsaken place. That's trying to escape. What's the point? I can still see him being eaten alive like an endless loop playing over and over in my head. So, yeah, he took a certain way out. That's gonna make a lot of noise. Oh, that requires something I don't have. Battery or something? Man, chains.
Why is this under the hospital?
Yeah, that's a good question. That's gonna come alive in a minute. You know that ain't dead. Dude. You can hear him inside those cells. That's nasty. Why would I open? Oh, dude. They're gonna make me go into a cell to get an item, and then I'm gonna have to fight a bunch of stuff. Guarantee you. Guarantee. And you give me a typewriter, that's never a good sign. Why did the door just close behind me? That's not ominous. I don't know if I'm going to need that bracelet or not. Yeah, I like Leon's stuff way more than Grace's at this point. I realize it's personal preference alone, but I find her stuff to be a little, I don't know. Sometimes the horror elements feel a little over the top, whereas Leon is just straight up jump scares and monster killing, which I kind of like.
Is that Emily?
It's probably one of the reasons I think I like The Last of Us is because it's more of a monster killing game than a straight up like puzzle solving horror game. The girl is currently occupying the basement. We plan to corner her by taking advantage of her intolerance to light. Once this option is complete, we'll complete the observation and eliminate the subject. Prepare your weapons. So they want to take her out. OP Rambo. All right, I am going to take a break and go get some more coffee. Do a walk about the house. And we'll be back in a few minutes.